Hello, Reed. How are you today?
I'm good. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, very excited to talk about what do they call you in the show? The boy savior. I'm very excited to talk to you about this show.
I'm excited back.
Yeah, I can tell you have such a big passion for this show, and I'm so happy you can finally talk about it because I know it was a bit of a reveal that you were in the show.
Yeah. For the first 2 weeks of like Act One and Act Two being out, I wasn't able to say anything, for the benefit of seeing Ekko revealed, making it, a big thing. But honestly, I was talking to some of the directors for that are in France with Fortiche, and they asked me like, how did it feel? And I was like, honestly, it made me appreciate it even more. You know what I mean? Like being able to see the reaction and not have any part of it,
Mm.
and just like see it as a fan, which is how I felt about the show when I first saw it. You know what I mean? It was awesome.
Well, it's such an easy show to love, but I came in with no history of League of Legends other than my boyfriend and my stepbrother being obsessed with it. Like, were you
Wow.
familiar with League of Legends before you got in, or did you kind of do some research getting the role?
I wasn't familiar so much that I was able, a lot of people since the show came out are like, yo, I've been an Echo main for 10 years and like you
Mm-hmm.
just really brought the character. Like I didn't know about League that much, but I knew about it enough to know that like when people saw it, they were gonna be excited about anything in it. And as the years have gone by and I started working on Arcane like 3 years ago,
Oh,
you
wow.
know, and so as time has gone by, I've like read more of the stories of the characters and just got more into the community of people that are into League of Legends, and I'm just as excited now. And then when I saw the show, it was like weeks before, and I was like, oh, this is
It's
this is different. It's not even just League anymore. It's for the world.
it's arcane now. It's a whole own thing, and I love that it lives and exists in its own. Now to talk about some nerdy stuff. Do you play any video games at all? Do you have any background
Oh
in
yeah.
gaming? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I honestly, when I was younger, I didn't play video games much because I was really into like musical theater and like movies and TV and stuff. But as I've gotten older, it started with Grand Theft Auto 5. And then, like, most recently, I just played this game, Detroit. Oh my
I've heard
gosh.
good things.
So good. Like, I literally did not leave this is the first time I've ever been like this with video games. I didn't leave my room for 4 days and I finished the whole game. And I was like, I never understood how gamers can sit and just like complete a game. And I did it. I was like, wow. It's like reading a good book. I don't know.
Now, you talked about getting to watch the show as a fan. Is there a favorite moment from season one that stands out? You can say the bridge scene. Everyone thinks it's the coolest scene on the face of the earth. To go back to my stepbrother, he's watched that scene with you and Jinx every day. It is just,
Yeah,
it's beautiful animation and beautiful stuff. So if
it
you admit
is.
that that's your favorite, no one's going to judge you.
It actually isn't. My
Ooh.
favorite scene is at the end when Silco is like, I never would have given them up to you. I'm an emotional type of person, so I couldn't like I'm still trying to get over that moment, because I feel like the whole season you're like wondering, like, man, what is Silco thinking about this girl? What is he really thinking? Like you feel weird, or you're like, oh, okay, I see, I kind of get where he's coming from. And then at the end, the one that you wanted it to be was, and it just like it wrapped it up so beautifully and so heartbreakingly, but that's what good TV is. That's what good stuff is.
Well, yeah, that seems so good with the score, with that song that's playing by Sting. That whole moment is just such a heartbreaking moment. And yeah, also you got your little Heimdinger moment as well in that scene. And I'm like,
Right. Oh
ooh, the
yeah, yeah.
future. Kind
Oh,
of
I
a
know.
little, you don't have to say anything, but have you learned anything about season two yet? Do you have any information? You don't have to leak stuff, but have you heard
Oh,
anything, or are you guys
no.
still early
See,
on?
honestly, I didn't know much about season one before it came out.
That's perfect.
All I know is what they said online. Like it's coming. It's gonna be great. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
sure, Christy, I can say that it's gonna be great. But it's it. it sets it up for something really beautiful. You can tell. You
Yeah.
know?
No, I'm so excited for season 2. Now, I'm going to switch to a bit more of a serious question. I noticed on social media, you talked about Ekko's importance to young Black men, especially the overlooked and underappreciated Black men. Have you had any of those fans reach out to you to tell you how important this is? Because I understand Ekko is such an important character to so many people.
You know, honestly, not yet, but I didn't think that it would be like that. You know, when I first booked the role of Ekko, I was like, wow, this is the character that, you know, regardless will last forever. Like they're making this TV show, it's gonna be out, you know, and this is a different light on Black boys. And so I didn't when I posted that actually, I was just like thinking, and you know, it was a lot going on like with the Kyle Rittenhouse case and stuff. And you know, it's just a sad day in America. And me personally, I last summer I led protests in Burbank, and you know, I did a lot of activism stuff, but it wasn't, you know, for the benefit of anything. It was the, you know, I couldn't sit back and do anything else. And so seeing how Ekko was affecting people and how people were liking that bridge scene and, you know, reacting to the whole series as a whole, I didn't want how awesome he looks and seems and is to overshadow the fact that you've never seen anybody like him, and there are people like him. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I hope that over the years, as Arcane sits on Netflix and it does what it does, and you know, more people find it, I hope that there are little Black boys who are maybe like 5 right now, they'll watch it in a few years and be like, wow, that's sick. I want to try science, or you know, I just want to expand my mind to past what media and the society tells us that we have to be. You know what I mean? I was blessed with amazing parents, you know, who had our family in the middle class, which not a lot of Black families have the opportunity for. And they also at the same time still taught me who I was. And I feel like it's my duty to continue that idea and spread that with everybody, not even just Black people. You know what I mean? Like I made that post not even for the Black boys. Like it's for everybody who may not understand the type of people that we can be and we are, you know?
Yeah. No, I definitely felt that. I thought Ekko was a very relatable character. Even me growing up young and poor and seeing stuff like that. I also think he's a cool Black character in animation. I think in the modern era, he gets to join Miles Morales, as not too many of like y'all there. And it's so amazing to see. And it's very important. So I wanted to give you that moment to talk about that, because I thought Ekko is a very, very important character. And I mean, I love so many characters. Jinx is my favorite, but Ekko always creeped up there as something a bit interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. It's definitely, and you know, also like how young he is.
Yeah.
And just wanting to do good. You know, there's something
that's good in that hard world. It's a dark world, being good. And I was going through, I'm like, is Caitlyn and Ekko the only good people?
Right.
Everyone else is, you know, like everyone else goes their own paths.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know, and that's one of the beauties of it. Like you can be on any side. You can be on any side. Yeah. And not feel like you're the worst human being in the world, you know?
Now, my big final question for you, to kind of a little bit lighter of a question, sorry for people who had to deal with a very serious one. What is other dream roles? I know Ekko probably feels like such a dream role after the fact, you know, not knowing much about League, but is there another role, live action or animation, that you would love to tackle?
You know, I like telling stories that matter. But the like Broadway and improv side of me is like, let me do crazy stuff, you know, like let me just dive into like the Black Joker. I don't know, like that would be crazy, you know.
I mean, those Robert Pattinson movies need a Joker, so you know
they do. Hey, maybe you know, we're switching things up. It's 2022, or it'll be 2022. Yeah. You know, it could be anything. I would love to do Ekko in a live action movie though. That would be so sick.
I mean, your fashion with Ekko's fashion mixed together would just, I don't think people are ready for that.
That would be amazing. Yeah, and also like I'm gonna get around to it, but I'm gonna do musical movies for sure.
Oh,
You know,
good.
like I was thinking a few weeks back, I was like, man, I wonder if I could play Jimi Hendrix in a movie. Like that would be it. Like they did a Jimi Hendrix movie, that would be amazing.
I don't know if I have an agent to call, but I will call someone for that because that needs to happen.
Please do.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with me, Reed. It's so good to talk about Arcane and your career. I think you're going to blow up to be something really great. You're a great actor, great energy here. So thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for talking. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you. I can't wait for Arcane season 2.